Alright, hey guys, it's Lane. I haven't done an update in a while, so I'm gonna do one. I got the date wrong on my last video. I was looking a month ahead in the thing that I used to keep track of it. So today is actually 2 months, 2 weeks, and last time was 1 month and 2 weeks. So, I haven't really updated because I didn't see the need. Most of the changes are just stuff that was continuing from last time, but I've been noticing kind of more of, landmark changes again, so I thought that I would take care of that. Little change of scenery. I'm in my room, not my brother's room. Sitting on the floor because I have some light coming in, and my house usually has pretty shitty lighting. Also, they just found like a body in this brook in my town, which is kind of like really bad because it's like a small town and that doesn't happen. Yeah. But, yeah, so basically, I've been seeing a lot more body changes lately. I mean, I'm still experiencing the rest of the stuff continued. As you can hear, my voice is still dropping. It hasn't really, like, dropped yet, I don't think. It sounded a little bit deeper in the last video than I think it was on most days. I don't know why. It's still temperamental like that. But, yeah, my body changes. My body's been really, been becoming shaped differently. It's a lot more masculine. My shoulders are much more broad, and my waist is much smaller. Kind of show that my pants are really low. Yeah, my shoulders are much broader, and these are very tight pants, but still, like, my waist is kind of getting smaller. I'm getting, like, less fat and stuff in my butt. I've always had kind of a donk, but that's starting to go away, which is good. Yeah, so that's kind of, as you can see, my arm muscles are getting much better in the back. And I've been getting pretty good forearm muscle too, like right here. Also, like, my feet have been getting bigger, and my hands, which is really awesome. And I've noticed even the texture of my skin is starting to become really different. It's obviously a lot oilier, and so I've been having a lot of acne, but at the same time it's a lot drier, especially around this area where I should be growing facial hair. It might just be because I've been shaving more, but I haven't really been shaving a lot because I want to see what I can grow. And I actually do have like a visible upper stash thing going on in person. You can't really see it in the video, obviously. It doesn't show up on pictures either. But it is like ashy and darker, and other people can see it. And I started getting chin hairs like right in the little soul patch area, and a few more right here, which I didn't really have before. I mean, like dark black hairs. I've always had blonde like all over my face, but they're getting longer if they're blonde, or they're just turning black, which is awesome because I really want facial hair, and I've always really wanted facial hair. My body hair is increasing everywhere. The lighting doesn't really help. It's been getting a lot darker. Same with on my legs. It's gotten like crazy dark. And like curlier, as you can see that. It's like crazy. And it's going more like down on my feet. Genital growth, it's still continuing at a much slower rate than before, but it really is starting to be shaped more like a penis would be. A lot of people, well, not a lot, like a few people have commented on my last one saying it doesn't change shape, it always looks like that, but as it becomes bigger, it's more pronounced, and I can definitely see that that might be, what it's doing, but I swear the shape really has changed. It really does look like a dick, which is cool, even though it's not that big, but I've been feeling a lot better about myself because of that. My face is still filling out like crazy. It's still kind of puffy. I'm actually due for my next shot on Thursday, so it's not as bad right now as it will be in a few days. But I've been kind of self-conscious about it, but overall, like, because my head is getting bigger, that's good, because I was always really self-conscious about how small my head was before, and my chin is becoming more like you can see like the lines that come out. And emotional and like mental changes. I was obviously feeling really good when I first started tea. I actually had a recent, pretty long bout of depression. I do have depression, I believe, aside from just my gender dysphoria. I don't think that all of it can be attributed to being transgender. So obviously it's still going to be there, even when I'm completely satisfied with my body. I did get off of one of my psych meds. It wasn't really an antidepressant, it was more of a stimulant to counteract some of the side effects of my SSRI, which is just a regular antidepressant, and to kind of motivate me more, because I've been having a lot of motivation problems. Those have almost gotten like worse on tea, but I feel like it's because I've been really ADD on tea, which is crazy because I've never really been that way. I've seen other videos with guys talking about this where like they already had kind of ADD tendencies, but testosterone makes it so it's less of a mental focusing problem and more of like in your actions. I'm by no means a hyper person. I mean, I can be, everyone can be. I don't really get hyper or act hyper, but since starting tea, my mind will kind of be like in a million places at once, and I'm always fidgeting with stuff. Like, I can't sit still. Again, I don't know if that can be attributed to it, but it's definitely something that wasn't there pre-tea. I've been feeling better lately, though. I think it was just maybe, like serotonin levels can be messed up. They're actually going to check my hormone levels. I got my blood work done like 2 weeks ago. I still do have my needle phobia, so I puked when I got my blood taken. I puke every time I get my blood drawn. It sucks, but I mean, that's what phobias are like. Logically, I'm not afraid of needles. It really is just the phobia. I have visceral reactions to it where I vomit or I come close to passing out. But it has been getting better as I'm doing my shots more and more. I haven't thrown up after getting my tea shot. I haven't felt like I was going to pass out on any of my recent tea shots either. I have noticed that the tea shot doesn't hurt badly, but it is irritating. You know, you can definitely feel it going in, and for the next few days there's a lot of stiffness. Even though I'm getting more used to it, I've noticed that every time I go to get my shot, it hurts a little bit more, and I think that that's because my body is becoming so much harder. Even if I'm not really developing muscle in places, it's just like my body, like the consistency of it, I guess, is really hard. Like, my legs are hard to the touch now. I have little to no lower body strength. I've been running more at the gym, which could help, but like, I haven't been doing butt exercises because I, want it to get smaller. So I don't want to build up muscle there, but it's becoming a lot harder. And so I can definitely feel that when I get the shot. But again, it's not a big deal. Although last time that I got my shot, I actually, it bled a lot. I didn't realize how much it did. It always feels a little bit, moist after I get the shot, but I always figure that that's just, sweating underneath the bandage, or that I'm making it up in my head because of my phobia. But then I took off the Band-Aid, 3 days later, and it was covered in blood. I can show a picture. But, yeah, so that's not supposed to happen, so when I get my shot on Thursday, I'll show it to the nurse, just to be safe, because it's not good. It's not really supposed to bleed at all, like I said, and it was bleeding profusely. But, yeah, otherwise, things have been alright. I finally heard back from a college that I got into, so I'm definitely going to New York City in the fall, which I am psyched about. I still have to wait to hear back from NYU and Columbia, but those are both in the city, and I didn't apply anywhere else. I just got into the new school. I applied to the liberal arts school there, Eugene Lang. The new school is the school, if you know Parsons School of Design, where they do Project Runway. That's one of the schools of the new school. But that's not the one that I applied to. I just applied to the liberal arts portion because I'm interested in majoring in history. So I'm excited about that because it's in a really cool area of New York City, and even though it's not as good of a school as NYU or Columbia, coming from a small town, it might be a better transition to go to a smaller school that has more of a sense of community, like Eugene Lang seemed to have when I visited it. So even if I just go there for the first 2 years, freshman and sophomore year, it would probably be a good fit. So I'm gonna look more into that. I'm gonna figure out the dorming situation when I decide where I'm going. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. I'm planning to dorm with guys. There's nothing that would make me ever want to dorm with girls. I mean, I'm not a girl. I like them. I get along with them better, but I'm a guy, so I want to live with a bunch of guys like the college experience is. And at the new school, the dorms are kind of really crowded, so I'd probably have like 8 roommates there. But there are like suites, so I might be able to get like there are like, probably like I think I know someone who went there and his mother was saying that there are like 3 bedrooms for each suite, which has its own like door and stuff. And there are 2 people per bedroom, except usually there's one that only has 1 bed in it. So I'm gonna talk to the administration if I go there and see if I can get the single, which would be in the suite. So I'd still be like using the same bathroom and living in the dorm with the other guys, but I would kind of have my own private area, which is good because of my body. It's still changing. And I was not thinking that I would have top surgery before school, but the more that I think about it, I really, really want to get it done, and I can't afford it now. But I'm actually looking into this. Yale, I'm in the Yale insurance plan because my mom works for Yale. So they recently added sexual reassignment surgeries to the list of benefits for Yale employees. I'm not an employee. I'm the child of an employee. So I was just texting my nurse because we're tight like that. Tight like that. And I was asking about if I could possibly get that benefit because the whole thing is, how many people a year are actually going to use that benefit. Usually the money that they set aside for like transgender things, it's not a big cost because there are so few people that undergo those things. I mean, there are some, but that's like kind of the reason why they covered hormones because how many people a year are they gonna be covering for hormones? Not a lot. So I'm gonna look into that, and I'm gonna see first of all if they will cover me, and second of all if they will cover like what doctors they'll cover because I really, really for a while have been wanting to go to Dr. Garamoni in Florida. I don't know of any surgeons that do the operation in Yale. I've recently heard of one in Connecticut, but I haven't heard of that person before. And I'm smaller chested, so I want to get periolar, whatever it is, keyhole. I'll just call it keyhole. Because there's less scarring and there's usually more follow-ups that are needed, more fluid buildup, and more like things that you might have to get fixed about at revisions. But overall, I think it would be a better choice for me because I'm like not even an A, I think. Like, I don't really know because I never really bought bras. So, yeah, I'm going to see about that. And I'm going to be 18 in June, so I'm not going to need parental consent. So if they'll cover it and if they'll cover the doctor that I want or a doctor that'll do the keyhole operation, then possibly I'll get it during the summer when I'm home because if I'm going to be in New York City, I don't live that far away. So, like, I mean, I guess I could come home, but I don't really want to be missing school, and I'm really excited to live there. So I don't really want to be coming back, and I don't want to have, like, the stupid problems from the surgery when I'm trying to cope with my first year at school and the various stresses associated with that. So, yeah, I'm really excited that that might be a possibility. And yeah, so overall, I've just been feeling a lot better, a lot more like a guy. I mean, not that my identity was anything other than male before starting T, but it's like now that it's kind of taking effect and my body feels more masculine, and even the way that my thoughts process and like my desires are more masculine, I just feel a lot better about it. I've been passing a lot more. Actually, like up until like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I still wasn't really passing, but lately I've been passing almost all of the time. And people that usually slip up on pronouns have been a lot better about it lately. So overall, things are just improving, and I hope that they continue in that direction. So I will update again in like a month or about another topic or as I see fit. So Yep. And have a good whatever you have.